Well, good morning, guys, and welcome back to the homestead. It is another weekend, and as you can see, we're gonna do some splitting of wood. It's about 8:30 in the morning. I still have all this stuff I want to split and get done, so I figured while it's waiting for it to warm up and the sun to come out, I'm gonna get the splitter going that I borrowed from my neighbor, get this stuff split up and put in the trailer, try to get this trailer filled, and maybe we'll get it unloaded today. I'm actually waiting because it's supposed to be a really nice sunny day, so I'm hoping to take advantage of the sun and use some of the power tools today. I want to get the saw out and cut up some of that kindling so that we have that ready to go and picked up so it's off the ground and not getting full of dirt any more than it is. But first things first, I'm going to get this wood split and we'll go from there. Okay, guys, I still got more to do. I can put a little bit more in the trailer. I honestly did not think this would fill the trailer. I really didn't, because I always overestimate and think, oh, there's more wood here than what there is. But I can get more in the trailer. I got to go up and get gas for the splitter because the splitter is starting to run out of gas. So, but yeah, I got to take a break. I got to do a meeting for work. And then I'm going to come back out and see if I can finish the rest of this and fit it in there in one trailer load. It'll be a heavy load. I might have to come down with the air tank and put some air in that tire. It's kind of hard to see. But it's starting to squat a little bit, so it needs a little bit of air. I don't want to put too much in it. I just want to make sure that it's not hitting the rims, just so that we can run it over rocks, logs, whatnot when we're working out in the woods. But yeah, so I will be back. Hi guys, I'm back now and got my meeting out of the way. It went a little longer, so I'm changing plans up. I was kind of hoping to maybe start working on the doors, but I honestly think I'm going to get to it today. I do have to get some stuff cleaned up, and here I'll flip the camera around. Sorry, sun's in my eyes. But I want to get this cleaned up, just because I want to get it dried out, get it off the dirt. As I was saying earlier, I just don't like the mess. So I just want to get things cleaned up, get it organized so that when we start doing work, because we're going to have help here hopefully in the next week or two to finish the house wrap, get that on there so that OSB is covered and protected, and then we don't have water that's getting behind that current house wrap just because it's not all the way up. But so I'm going to try to get that done, but I just, this stuff needs to get out of the way. so that when we start doing stuff out here, we're out of the way. And at some point, we're going to have to trench in conduit for power to make a permanent connection out here, and then also for our propane line feeding from the shed here to into the house. So, but I'm going to work on this, get this cut up, and then we'll see where we're at for time. The reason is we got full sun right now, so I'm using an electric saw. So I want to take advantage of that, and I kind of waited until we got a full charge on our batteries, and which we're pretty close to that now. So I'm going to start using the saw while we got excess power, cut this up until these are done, so that I'm not using up power that we need for later on. So here we go. Hi guys, it's pretty much cleaned up. I got some small stuff that I'll throw in the pallet here, because this pallet, these top two pallets I'm going to burn in the brush pile when we burn. So, and those other ones I'll use for cribbing or something, but that stuff is just so thin and full of dirt I don't even want to cut it up with the saw. But I'm not worried about that. That'll break down pretty quick if Shadow doesn't decide to use it as a chew toy. But I'll show you kind of what we did. For those who remember, we had made a box for kindling, and I filled that, and that's usually a good part for our fall stuff and our all the bark and stuff we have. But I also filled this up, so I might try to see if I can make another box of some kind, just to do the same thing where the ladder is here, because in that corner will be the 3 propane tanks. As I said, we got 4 full ones in here right now for our water heater. And I still got to figure that out. So I don't want to put too much in here. But right now the saw is staying in here because I've been using it. And I'll probably use it again when we do the door. The 2x4 there I want to keep because it's in good shape, and I might use that to frame. Plus I got some other stuff you can see hanging out here that I want to clean up. And I still have to clean out that third stall. But yeah, so that was kind of one of the things I wanted to get off my list, which is good because that makes me feel good to get this cleaned up. And I just got some stuff to throw in the garbage. I got some metal shavings from when we cut the steel roof. I got to pick those up. Just do some general cleanup, and then we're done with this. So might try to see what I can dig out of the thing. And I still need to do some work on that. That still has, it's leaking hydraulic fluid again from, we got a bad O-ring. So I still have to fix that. So maybe I'll work on that too. I'm not sure. So you just got to bear with me. I have no plan. I am kind of winging it, and the sun is really warm. It's not warm. I mean, the shade, it feels really decent. It's probably 70 or mid 70s, I would guess right now. I think we're supposed to have a high of 77 today. So it's most likely somewhere in that 75 range. And the sun with a full blue sky here. Let me show you. Just absolutely beautiful blue sky. Not a cloud in sight. So we're just going to keep plugging away at stuff and get things done. Like I said, I have no plan because this weekend and next weekend I'm working an extra day. So I only have the one day to really get anything, a full day to get things done. And even today was disrupted with stuff for work, but it's that time of year. So I'm just winging it, so bear with me. I apologize if I say I'm going to do one thing and I do another, because I don't know what I'm going to do today. So I'm just seeing things, oh, you know what, I'm going to work on that. And I'm going to work on that. I'm going to work on that. Eventually I will go back because I do want to get that firewood done. And I want to work on firewood because it's fairly easy to do, but it's boring for you guys. So I don't have a lot of good content for this next video, or this video I should say, and the next video. So bear with us. We'll start to get back to some of our projects after this video and the next one. Hopefully we'll be able to get back to doing some things that we want to get done and work on. But so in the meantime, bear with us because it's going to be Firewood. Boy, I need to start doing speech lessons or something. Anyhow, so it's going to be a lot of firewood until we get the woodshed full behind me here. I'm not going to focus on too many projects other than things that I want to button up. The next one might have the vent fan for here. We might have that done. I have the louver for the back, but I'm going to wait and do that with the fan. And the fan's coming, I think it's another week and a half out yet, so it won't make this video or the next video. But by then, maybe we'll be ready to do a door, and we can do that and that. I think door's pretty good. What I have to do is have a sunny day like today, where I can get the planer out and the table saw out and get everything trimmed as close as, as plumb as possible or straight as possible, so that we can start making the doors. And I'm going to play with this one first just to kind of get my ideas out and flesh everything out. I have a general idea in my head, but you know how that goes. What you think you're going to do and what you do ends up being completely different. So, but we'll see how things go. So bear with me. I apologize for the jumping around, but we're just kind of get you what we can and take advantage of getting some smaller projects done and cleaning some stuff up before, I hate to say it, snow shows up and everything gets buried. So at least get that stuff done. Hi guys, I got done cleaning up the top as I was showing you, and I decided to come down and finish the firewood up. And as you can see, helps if I turn the camera on. Sorry guys. As you can see, that's all stuff we're going to burn in the fire pit for campfires, that type of stuff. But that's all emptied out. The trailer is full to the brim, to the point where I'm having things roll out. So we'll see how many fall out on the way up to the woodshed. I'm going to try to figure out how we want to do it. I have a pintle hitch for my receiver on the truck, but the problem is this thing sits so low, it's hard to move it on the truck. So when I moved it the last time, you can see I lost one of the chains trying to move it with the forks or the bucket. I snapped off the chain. So I think I'm going to try to figure out how I can mount either a receiver probably to the fork somewhere on the fork frame or on one of the forks. Probably on the frame. I just don't know yet. Either that or let me turn around so I'm not facing you guys into the sun here. I'll be facing into the sun. But actually, let's go over here. Give me a second to get out of the wonderful sunshine, which feels great, but it's a little bit blinding. So here, now I can see. I might have to look at getting a plate with a 2-inch receiver on it so that I can move this around with the loader. I don't really want to do the truck. I mean, if I do, I can, and I would like to at some point, but it has to have such a rise from the truck that it would sit up. You couldn't even open the tailgate if you wanted to. You'd have to disconnect the trailer to open the tailgate. Plus, let me flip the camera around again. The nose wheel on this thing, it no longer works. It doesn't jack up, it doesn't hold, it doesn't stay up either, it falls back down. So, you know, we're just gonna have to look at getting a different jack for the front of this at some point too. I want to retrofit it a little bit and make it a little bit more convenient. I'd like to get rid of the pintle, that, or do a different drop on the pintle, see if I can get the thing bent down and drop more and replace the chains. It's just one of those things I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. But for around the property here on the homestead, I'm not real worried about what it looks like. Just that I'd like to get an actual jack under here at some point when budget allows. But more important things like a roof for the house that we got to get done before winter. So, but I think it's got to be, I don't know, probably going on about 6 o'clock. I'm hungry. I'm gonna go make myself some dinner.